Today, for Primetime Local News, I'm joined with the critically acclaimed novelist and celebrity ghostwriter Joni Rogers to talk about her newest collection, the 60 collection, which features six of her previous books that are getting rebranded and republished for this collection. So thank you so much, Joni, for joining us here today.
Thank you so much for having me, Nicole.
So what can people expect to see in this newest collection?
Well, it's been really a trippy experience. It's the books that I wrote when I was young and first starting out my career. For example, the very first novel that I wrote when I was 32 years old, I was in chemotherapy for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And this story was sort of the life raft that I climbed onto in that moment. But I realized when I went to re-release the 25th anniversary edition that I've grown so much and I'm so much more clear about who I am as a writer and a human being that I really wanted to have the book evolve with me. So the covers have all been redesigned with sort of 1970s Polish poster art inspired covers. And I've done a little bit of work on the interior so that the writing level is now up to the level where I am now, as opposed to when I was first starting.
You had said that women in their 60s shouldn't necessarily take this time to slow down, but should instead take this time to kickstart their careers all over again and really take this time to reinvent their careers professionally. So, what makes you feel this way?
I wrote my first novel when I was 32 years old in chemotherapy for non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And my prognosis was not good. I was expected to live 5 years at the most. So my goal then was just trying to be 40. I mean, I wanted to be older. And so the idea that I should ever regret being another year older has always been foreign to me. And the fact that I'm 60 this year is just absolutely thrilling. And these books are really a celebration of that, not just the fact that I survived, but the fact that I've learned and grown so much.
And what inspired you to take these particular books and add it to this collection?
I think that first novel meant so much to me because I truly felt like it saved my life in many ways. And each of these books is still very relevant and timely in terms of the subject matter, which is slightly upsetting that things that women were coping with 25 years ago really haven't changed that much. Sexism and homophobia and et cetera, we're still working on all those things. And then in a universal sense, women are still working with the big issues that we've always been working with, aging gracefully, raising our children, working in a way that's meaningful.
So it is International Women's Day today. So what advice do you have for women that are looking to get ahead in their lives professionally?
Something really powerful that I would suggest is an exercise that I used when I was redoing my first novel, Crazy for Trying, and trying to rethink that book from my perspective now. And this is something that I also use with my ghostwriting and memoir clients. I will ask them to tell their story in 10 words, and then tell their story in 100 words, and then 1,000 words. And then thinking about purpose, reverse engineer that, make that 1,000 words 100 words, and then reduce that 100 words to 10 words about your purpose. And I promise you will be able to apply those 10 words to every aspect of your life. Even though the exercise for me was about that novel, I've applied that 10-word purpose to renovating my kitchen, the decision to have silver hair, let my hair naturally be silver, which relationships in my life that I want to nurture or lovingly let go. So I think the key things that I learned were just this clarity of purpose, the need to surround myself with art and music and words that inspire us, and to embrace this power and wisdom that we have earned.
Well, thank you so much, Joni, for joining us here today.
Thank you, Nicole. It was a pleasure.